Alright gang, welcome back to our Can You Survive 25 challenge here on Zielonka. It is March, which means it is time to plant sunflowers. So we got the sunflowers going into this field. We're also going to do it in that field over there, but I think I'm going to offset it a little bit. I think I'm going to put this field in the next episode because we do have 2 months, March and April specifically, that we are able to drill or plant sunflowers. So I think I'm going to offset these two fields a bit. And do that other field in the next episode. Now, we do have quite a bit of money in the account. We also have sunflower oil to sell today, which is the best time to sell it. So we are going to be doing that as well. We are going to have to move some of the canola oil out of the way. There is some canola oil in the way there, but otherwise, yeah, the sunflowers, there's about 11, 12, 13,000 liters of sunflowers, somewhere along that range, or somewhere in that range, I guess I should say, of sunflower oil in there. So that'll be a nice little payday for us, which is going to be good. Now, we do have a bit of a loan to pay off, which we've kind of been talking about for a while, and it's really $250,000. So at current, we actually have enough money that we could pay off the loan right now. I'm not quite sure we're going to pay off all of the loan, but we are definitely going to pay off some of that loan today. I'm thinking more along the lines of something in the 150 range, maybe 200, which will leave us with, well, either $100,000 or $50,000 left of the loan. So not much, but I'm thinking somewhere in that range is what we'll work on doing today. We also have some maintenance type of stuff we need to do today with Farm 1. We've got to buy some more liquid fertilizer, put that into our coffee bean greenhouse. Specifically, there's one of them that I think is empty, and we can go ahead and get rid of that one. We talked about that recently. Turns out you don't need as many coffee bean greenhouses as you might expect. You really only need one. So since they're out of liquid fertilizer now, which was the big key, right? I didn't want to waste that money. We can go ahead and do that and remove the other one. So, having said all of that, we will see what we get to and where we get to today in regard to all of that. It's going to take a lot of money to do all the things I just mentioned, so we will see. Really, I'm not going to pay off the loan probably till towards the end of the episode because we want to make sure we have enough money to do all the other things I talked about. And then whatever we kind of have remaining, we'll put that towards the loan, right? I'm thinking, like I said, it's going to be probably around the $150,000 range, which means we'll have about $100,000 left of the loan. Which is not much, and that's definitely going to help us when it comes to a month-by-month basis on the interest that we're accruing from that, right? So how's everyone doing today? I hope you're all doing well. We are going to have to put down fertilizer on this field once we're done drilling it or planting it with sunflowers. This planter does not have the option to do both seeds and fertilizer, so we will have to do that, which is perfectly fine. And the other option we really have with this money is we could technically buy another piece of land. But I think I would, in this instance, which I think in the past I didn't say this, but I think in this instance I would like to start working on paying off the loan a little bit right now, I think. Because right now we're just, we're making good money off the greenhouses specifically, right? So we're just kind of, throwing money away, if you will, right now by paying the interest every month. So if we can get that paid off here in the next episode or two, I think that's really going to benefit us as we move forward. Now, this episode should be on its normal time on Sunday mornings, and that's due specifically to the fact that yesterday we did not have a competitive one-tile challenge release yesterday. It didn't work out for the schedules. Rusty had a lot going on, and then Christu had to get off, so it just didn't line up for us, unfortunately, this week, but we'll be back at it, hopefully. Well, I guess this coming week we'll be back at it. Since this is released on a Sunday, we'll be back at it this week, so you will, hopefully, see an episode of the competitive one-tile challenge this week. Hopefully you'll see 2. Hopefully we're going to be able to get 2 done on Sunday. It really just depends on how things go once again, and make sure that there's no other issues that arise. That's really the reason why we didn't get one done this last week, is because an issue arose with Rusty and he wasn't able to get on in time. So it was a little too late by the time he was able to get on for us to even do a recording. So it just didn't happen this week, unfortunately. But it seems like the guys are going to be available. The time that you're actually seeing this video is probably the time we're recording. At least one of the competitive one-tile challenge videos. So there's probably a pretty good likelihood that you're going to get at least one this week. Hopefully, like I mentioned, hopefully 2. We really need to have a front weight on this. This is real heavy, but once we put it down on the ground, it really doesn't have any issues at all. But when we're driving, it definitely is picking up the front tires quite a bit there. So we really should probably get some kind of a front weight to put on the front of this. I guess realistically, we could just use some kind of a counterweight, like like our plow or something else, to put on the front of this, you know, to help offset that instead of actually spending the money for a weight. But it's not terrible, so I'm not too concerned about it right now. This New Holland, though, man, this is it was a fantastic little upgrade for us here, wasn't it? Probably need to do a little service to it. As you can see, it is getting it's getting a little low there, so we probably should drive this up there and do a little service to it. We'll do that today. Hopefully, we'll be able to get this field done before it gets too bad. It is going to cost us a lot of money to do that, so that will, you know, cut into our price that we were hoping to utilize for the loan, but that's all right. We'll whatever we have at the end of the episode, whatever money we have left at the end of the episode, we're going to put it into it. Now, if we look at the greenhouses specifically, you can see both of them are out of liquid fertilizer, so they're actually not running at all right now. So I'm going to go ahead and turn those off right now. We don't need to waste that money. And you can clearly see there's tons of coffee beans over there, so again, not a big problem. The greenhouse for the wood is doing well. Everything else, for the most part, all the hydroponics are doing well as well, so not any major issues there in my eyes. Pickled production, also doing great. We've got lettuce, which I think the lettuce is good to sell today too, I think. So yeah, we're in a pretty good spot overall here. We just got to do some more maintenance type of stuff and get some stuff sold today and see what kind of money we end up with when all is said and done. This field only has a few more passes here and we were done. Again, we're going to have to put fertilizer down on it. I don't think it needs lime. pH value is good. I mean, we probably could bump it up a little bit. Because we probably could put some lime down just to increase it a little bit. Maybe we will. It's not going to be a huge increase, but it definitely will help. So maybe we will put some lime down. Try to get it to that key 6.75 or whatever it was. So we got a lot to do. I've rambled for about 7.5 minutes or so. Let's get to work. We're going to get all of this going. It's an exciting day, man. Planting season's always a very exciting day, man. It's all I enjoy planting, so this is a lot of fun. Let's get to work. Alright, well, it turned out it wasn't the tractor, which I should have known better. It was the actual planter itself. We did buy the planter used. One of the first things we got at the very beginning of the reboot of the series. And, yeah, I should have known better. We really hadn't utilized it all that much, and I don't think we really had the money at the time when we did buy it. for quite a while, even when we started this area over here, to to really afford it, right? So I don't think, actually, now that I think about it, I don't know why I'm grabbing this trailer. I don't think this trailer can be turned into a flatbed. As a matter of fact, I know it can't. We need a flatbed trailer for Farm 2 so we can actually start moving some of the pallets out of here and get them sold. So we need to buy one of those, and those aren't the cheapest things in the world. We don't have a whole lot installed because if you were here for a little while ago, you realized there was a bit of an issue with one of the mods. It was conflicting with our pickle production, so I had to kind of remove quite a number of mods, as a matter of fact, to try to alleviate that issue. You know, this area over here isn't the largest yet, so it's probably beneficial for us just to buy, you know, something very generic, I think, like the wood trailer or the other trailer. This one has the ability for us to hook something to the back of it, which at some point we're going to have some kind of a maintenance area down here, so maybe it makes more sense for us to buy this one, and that way we could hook two of them together whenever we want to modify it, right? If we want to modify it, we can do so. That might be the smart play here, right? I think it is. I think that's the smart play. So let's do that, because this has the option, I think, yeah, the bale trailer, or we can go to a standard or an extension even. We'll just buy it as the bale trailer for right now, and we can move on from there as we move forward here. So we'll go with the blue. I feel like we're doing blue a lot, but, you know, whatever. I don't know which blue we were using here. I don't even... I mean, that's the New Holland blue. Since we're now going New Holland, I'm going to go with it. We're going to go with the New Holland and hope for the best, I guess. But I do feel like we're utilizing blue an awful lot all of a sudden in a lot of different series. But, you know, it is what it is. So I'm going to go up there, pick up that trailer. We'll head back here. We'll get all of the sunflowers put on here, and we'll go figure out where we're going to sell it. As a matter of fact, we can figure out where we're going to go sell it right now while we're driving. We're going to have to scroll for a while here. Once again, I will say it as I always do almost every single week. At least 5 times a week. Give me the option to favorite things, please, for the love of God, please. We're going there. And we're driving through a field, but we're going there. That's where we're going, which is the farmer's market. We've been there many, many times. We don't even need the beacon on. We know exactly where that is. But that's where we're going. It's the best price. It is dropping, so we definitely want to get there soon. We could go sell to the train. It probably, in the long run, would give us more money, but it does cost money to lease the train. Don't look, neighbor. I'm going to cut right across your field here. Sorry. In that time lapse, I ended up coming all the way up here twice. Up here once to obviously fix the planter, and I also fixed the tractor while we were at it, even though the tractor was like $10, $20, something like that. And then I come back up here again because we had all of that lime sitting up here, and while I could have just bought it from our buying point, you know, it's been sitting up here for a while. It's time for us to go ahead and get rid of it, or at least bring it back to the actual yard area, or we would continue to kind of forget about it until we came back up here. So I just went ahead and decided to drive all the way up here and fill it up while we were at it. So we did so. Now, I do believe the next field we will buy for Farm 2 is likely 89. If it's not 89, it'll be 86, or one of these smaller ones up here. I guess one of these two. I'm pretty sure that's where we're going to go next. Is probably 89, though. 89 has a bit of extra land that goes with it. I more than likely won't utilize this land, at least not right now, for anything other than to kind of take this field and expand it. So it'd probably be one of, if not our, well, probably our largest field when you consider taking this and kind of expanding it out. It'll be a weird, awkward shaped field, but you know, it'll work. It'll do the trick, right? Now, the canola oil is not good right now, so canola oil is not going to be sold right now. We're going to have to move it out of the way. We haven't used this forklift yet. We bought it, kind of sat here for the longest time, and we really had, well, I guess we have used it a couple of times, but not really. Not for what the initial intention was for it, and this thing books. Look at it, 27 miles per hour. This thing is flying. So these two, I think these two are the canola oils. They look like canola oil. They are. So this is a sunflower oil, and then we have 11,903 liters of sunflower oil in there. So really, we just got to move these out of the way, and then all the other sunflower oil will start to spawn. And the nice thing about these forks we have here is we can easily pick up, you know, 2 pallets at a time, and really we can stack bunches on top of each other and still be fine. I'm just going to put these right here for right now. Hopefully they're not going to be in the way. I always seem to put things somewhere where I think it's not going to be in the way and it ends up being in the way, but hopefully that's not the case here. It's not the flattest area down here. I probably need to spend a little bit more money and effort on trying to smooth this out a little bit better than I have so far. We're going to back up a little bit. We're going to let more spawn. We're going to try to set these on top of them. Try to go the work smarter, not harder approach, right? We've got quite a bit in there. So this is going to be a nice little payday. I mean, sunflower oil isn't going to make us tons of money, but it's $2,194 per... I think these are 1,000. Yeah, $2,194 per. So it'll be somewhere in the 23-ish probably range. Let's let some more spawn. Did they fix? Nope, it still says missing store item, oil mill. I don't know. I was going to... There was some kind of an issue with it, but it's working still, so I'm not going to complain. But there's definitely some kind of an issue here. I don't know if it's maybe another mod that's causing the issue, like, you know, like the pickle production. Maybe there is another mod that's causing this. I don't know. But I would have thought by now they would have fixed it, so that's why I'm thinking maybe it's another mod that's causing this issue. I don't know. Not many left in there. I think we'll back up. I think we'll put these on there. These 3 on here. And then we'll get more out. That's going to be very careful with this thing. This thing is much faster than what I'm used to, and I'm already not the greatest at stacking stuff. Everyone who's been around for a long time already knows that. I'm getting better, but I'm still not the best at it. And I really should have pushed those back further, but we'll move them hopefully with the next stack, hopefully. There's showing me one more spawn out there, and then the rest is going to probably hang in there until we have more sunflowers to put in here. Yep, okay. So those 2, unfortunately, we're going to have to go about that one a little bit of a different way. I think when I move forward, I might try to go from the right side, knowing that now. Just to try to be able to line things up a little bit better. And what I mean by that is you can see how we've got a bit of an area separated there because I grabbed from the left 2 first, and I guess I should have grabbed from the right 2 in this instance, but that's alright. I'm going to strap these down, and we're going to grab the other 2 and we're going to put them back here on the back, I think. This might not work. I think I got them a little bit too far away from each other. The one might fall off, but we're gonna give it a shot anyway. Might be okay. We might... Nope, we're not. I was gonna say we might just be okay. I'm gonna pick this one up by hand. Just bear with me for a minute. A lot of people ask me sometimes in the past, you know, why don't you just always do it by hand? Well, I don't know. Sometimes I like doing it the way that it's, you know, intended, not utilizing that bit of a cheat, if you will. I will use it sometimes, but I don't know. The only way I'm going to get better at doing the stacking is if I keep on doing it, right? So, and I don't mind it that much. Sometimes it can be annoying when things don't go to plan and they start falling off, but that's why you do have the liftable bale and pallet mod available, right? Alright, so let's start this thing up. We're going to go sell these. So 12,000 liters of it. Pretty good. Pretty good. Some of this was from contracts. Other was not. Other was from our own fields, right? So And then once we sell this, we'll head over to Farm 1. Like I said, we have to do a little bit of maintenance there. I've got to buy some liquid fertilizer for the one coffee bean production, right? Greenhouse, whatever. Got to buy one there. We can sell the other greenhouse, get a little bit of money back. I don't think I'll put any more greenhouses down today. We will soon enough. But I don't think we'll do it today. I think we also got to talk about the pickled lettuce, right? We talked about that a little bit ago at the beginning of the episode, but I don't remember. I swear pickled lettuce was today, and that's the reason why we didn't sell it. It is today. So we need to sell the pickled lettuce too, and that's going to take us some time, right? That's going to take some time to do. There's a lot of pickled lettuce in there. So, once we consider selling all of this and all of the pickled lettuce, we very well may be able to pay off the loan today. Including all the other stuff that I want to accomplish, right? Doing the maintenance type of stuff, moving the liquid fertilizer around, etc., right? We very well might be able to pay off the whole loan today, which that would be pretty ideal if we can do so. Now, if I remember correctly, these have to sell a little bit further forward here. Yep, there we go. Perfect. $34,212 plus a $1,000 environmental score reward. We're definitely paying off the loan today. We are definitely paying off the loan today. We're not going to need $75,000, and that's essentially what we have right now after you take away $250,000 of loan. We are not going to need all that, and then we still have all the pickled lettuce to sell, which I already showed you. We've got boatloads of that. I mean, so much pickled lettuce. It's ridiculous how much pickled lettuce we have, as a matter of fact. We've got 31,000 liters in storage. As a matter of fact, to save myself a little bit of time, we might not make as much money, but I'm going to put it on auto selling just to save myself a little bit of time. We do have tons of pallets, though, that have spawned because we had to move a bunch of them in the last episode, if you recall. So I'm going to put it on auto selling. I said I probably wasn't going to do that, but I'm just going to kind of continue to go back and forth on that. You know, when we're running out of time for an episode and we need to sell stuff, I'm going to do it, even though I might take a little bit of a hit by not actually going and selling it, you know, manually. Right now, we've got the money flowing. It's not a big problem for us, so I'm not too concerned about that. Winter months, you know, or months when we don't have a whole lot going on, that's a completely different story. But, you know, today, we've already done quite a lot, as a matter of fact, today. And we've got still quite a bit left to do that I want to accomplish, right? And realistically, I think all I really need to accomplish today, and the only thing I'm really going to try to focus on, is getting the coffee bean stuff sorted out, like I talked about, and then selling the pickled lettuce. I don't think we really necessarily need to worry about any of the other stuff. They have enough liquid fertilizer for now. We can top them off next episode or whenever it may, you know, turn out to be. I don't think it needs to be done right now. I didn't mention it, but I mean, you saw it in the time lapse. I did the lime spreading on the other field over there as well, and the lime is in really good shape now, right? It's in perfect pH value now, so we're looking real good. We're looking real good, so I'm very happy about that. So let's jump over to Farm 1 after the autosave is done. All right, so the first thing we need to do, get rid of one of these greenhouses. I think I'm going to keep this one that's closest to it, so I'll get rid of this one. Not going to get a bunch of money out of it. That's okay. So let's jump into the John Deere here. And we want the fertilizer, which I think is our black one. I think the blue one I left as a water one, a water tank. Let me just make sure that statement's correct. I'm almost positive that was our water tank. Nope, this one has liquid fertilizer in it. I was incorrect. I thought we did the black one as liquid fertilizer. Oh, well, it doesn't really matter. We'll just spray them out. It's not a big deal. So this already has a decent amount of liquid fertilizer in it, so this actually might be sufficient. We may not need any more than this. Now this backside here has a little bit of work that needs to be done here. That's what she said, but I'm talking about the actual game itself. It's not the smoothest, let's put it that way. So we need to work on this a little bit more as we move along here, but we'll get it taken care of. Yeah, there's plenty. That was plenty of liquid fertilizer. So we don't need to do anything major there, so that's actually better off for us. That's a good thing. Sorry, neighbor, I'm going to drive through your field again. Okay. Maybe that's how it worked out. That must have been what it was. It was liquid fertilizer here. I forgot to turn off the unload, and it unloaded it into the other trailer, because it should be in this one now. Yep. That's what it was. There you go. There you go. Lesson learned right there. Huh. I didn't actually realize it was actually going to do that. I really didn't have any idea that that was even a thing. So, as you can see, there is a lot of pickled lettuce here for us to pick up. There's a lot of pickled lettuce. So, you saw me do some stacking already. It's time to do a little bit more. This is going to take a while. Now, I just have... I'll just make sure. Yes, I just have the pickled lettuce on selling. That's good. We don't really want the other ones to be selling right now. It's not the best time to sell them anyway. We sold all of those, I think, recently, so... you know. Alright, let's see if we can get... This might be too heavy. Oh, this is going to be... That's not going to work. Look at him sliding off. Look at him sliding off. That is not going to work. Ooh. If these stay on here without falling off, this is going to be an absolute miracle. We're going to have to make multiple trips here. There's no way. There's no way. I can't believe we just stacked that. It's not perfect, but they're there. They're on there, and they're not going anywhere. That's pretty unbelievable. As a matter of fact, it's really unbelievable. All right, well, we've got some work to do here, so let's get this done here, huh? Well, this is probably going to turn into a disaster. After I just, you know, was talking myself up, this is probably going to turn into a disaster. But you know what? It's got to be done. So let's get it done, and we'll figure out where we're going to go and sell these things after we get them all up here. Well, by some miracle, we got them all on there and didn't drop any. I don't think I've ever done that. So that's a first right there. It's a channel first. I always have an issue when it comes to stacking, especially when I'm trying to stack that many. It never fails. There's always something I do wrong. But we got them all up there, so it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but they're on there and they're sturdy for the most part. So they're spread out relatively evenly, so I really can't complain. I think I did all right, all things considered. So, where are we taking these? That's the question. I don't know the answer. I would assume it's the same place we always do, Farmer's Market. Absolutely is, 100%. That seems to be our favorite place to go nowadays. It seems like almost every single time we go and sell something, that's where we're going. That is a heavy load right there. That is very top heavy. 32,000 liters of pickled lettuce here. And as you can see, we did hit 12 o'clock during that process, so we made more money. We're at 379,000, so as if I ever thought there would be an issue with us being able to pay the loan off today. There's going to be no issue at all. We are paying the loan off today, so that's a great thing, really. I think I'm going to hold off on buying any other fields or anything else for that matter. But it is... we're making good money now, man. We are making real good progress on this series. Real good progress on this series. It will not be long before we begin a Farm 3, I think, at this point. Probably another year or two, in-game year. Maybe in-game, maybe 2 in-game years. Really, we could start it tomorrow if we wanted to, but I think I want to solidify Farm 2 a little bit more. We don't really have everything we need for Farm 2 yet still. And as I've mentioned, I still want to do a few more things as far as the greenhouse farm goes. A few more greenhouses down, a few more things of that nature, right? So... Alright, here we go. Moment of truth. 32,000 liters of 67,000 and almost $2,000 environmental score reward. Man, you love to see that, don't you? You love to see it. That is fantastic. Alright, so I need to turn this back on. We didn't turn this back on. I want to turn this back on. Coffee beans roasted. When are we selling those? I don't even know when we're selling those. I should check that. I feel like I check this every single episode, but I don't remember all this stuff. There's too many things going on. We should sell that today too. All right, so we'll sell those today too. So that we're making a lot of money today. We're making a lot of money today. You know what? While we're at it, let's just pay the loan off right now. Let's just pay it. I'm gonna pull off to the side here. We're just gonna pay this. We're just gonna get it all taken care of. No more loan, gang. No more loan. At this point, the loan really was kind of a non-factor with how much money we're making every month from the greenhouses, but there you go. So we still have almost $200,000, and that's before we sell all these coffee bean roasted that we're going to ready to sell, which is going to make us a lot of money. I think we had 80,000 liters of coffee bean roasted in there, I think. So... Alright, we are wheeling back up here. We'll jump into the semi, our brand new semi that we just recently got, which is kind of exciting. And we can put the coffee beans roasted in here. It's going to probably take a couple of trips. I don't think that completely will hold 90,000 liters. I'm almost positive it won't. Where are we selling these things at? Farmer's Market. Go figure. The same place we always sell everything. Alright, well, we're going to have to make a couple of trips with this for sure. I think this thing holds about 50-ish, maybe 60,000. Maybe it's 60,000. I don't really remember, actually, now that I say that. I think it's 62. Nope, 59.4. Okay. So 2 trips. This is going to be another big money, right? It's about $1,000, I think, per 1,000 liters for the coffee beans. Well, actually, it's almost 2,000. So this is another big, massive amount of money here. This is a massive, massive amount of money. Alright, last one was over 100,000. This is going to be less than that, but it's still going to be good. Going to be really good. Look at that, gang. 6476 plus another 1917. That is a lot of money. We have a lot of money in the bank account, and we don't have to worry about any more fees, or, well, we have overnight fees, I guess, and you know, production fees and things like that, but we don't have any more loan interest, is how I should really put that. No more loan interest to pay for the remainder of the series. It's pretty awesome. 1302, so probably sold a little bit more of the pickled lettuce, as a matter of fact, 'cause I don't think I turned that back off, so we're going to go ahead and do that right now. Nope, please. Okay. Alright, fine, there you go. Down to pickled lettuce. and put that back onto storing. Perfect. Okay. Things are cruising along, man. We've got $381,000 in the bank account. I was considering, doing some more things with it today, like buying some things with it, but I think I'm going to hold off and save that for the next episode. I think this episode has had plenty. And the next episode will be a little bit lighter because we're only really going to have that one field to drill. So hopefully, with this money that we now have, and it'll be more by next month, by April, we'll have more in the account. We'll buy some more fields and maybe put some more sunflowers in at that point. But for now, we're going to leave the episode here. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you smash the like, subscribe button. In the case you've yet to do so, they are free, and they help me out an absolute ton. It's the easiest way to help me out, honestly. And it's one of, if not the last thing in the world that is actually free to do. So what are you doing? Make sure you hit that like button for me, especially at a bare minimum, and subscribe if you haven't, so you can keep up to date whenever I've got new videos. Thanks to my members. Cannot thank them enough for all their continued support. If you want early access to videos like this one, including the competitive one tile challenge and all the brand new series that we've got running on the actual channel, there's a link down below. If you want to check out my second channel, which is not Farming Simulator related, to see some other things that I might be doing, there's a link down there for that. There's also a link to my Discord, which has the access for you to share anything that you may be working on, whether it's a live stream or a video on YouTube or just some images, whatever you want to do. Also, I share everything that I do on both channels on there as well, so it's easy for you to cherry pick if you want to pick one thing or another that you may want to watch on my second channel. I think that's all I got. Yeah, we'll leave it there. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for your support as always. I'll see you next time, gang.